You ready for another Stamps the Mail Club project? This next one is a cute little bag with gift tags inside. So they say you're too kind, and you could use them for anything. If you wanted to, you could put a different greeting on them. But they are a fun way to use some of your supplies from the Simply Created Merry Christmas kit and make something, again, not Christmassy at all. So this would be a cute little treat to give to somebody. You know, teacher gift or neighbor gift or something like that. You're going to use the Stamps the Mail Club supplies, and then also some supplies from your kit. So I have a tag. You'll need 3 of them. You'll need a couple pieces of your stripe paper, an envelope liner, and then some scraps, your string, and some of the real red buttons. So I'm going to start off with my bag here. And the first thing I'm going to do with this is go ahead and fold it, and I'm going to turn it this way. We're going to make this part of this disappear. And these bags are the Tag-A-Bag bags from the Stampin' Up catalog. So you're just going to fold it up about that far. And then the chevron ribbon is going to wrap around. And again, I love this chevron ribbon. All you have to do is just snail the back of it here. And I'm going to go ahead and put this right up against the edge of my bag, and then fold this over to the back side, and the ribbon will meet here in the middle. Okay, and just kind of burnish that with my fingernail. So now we have our pouch started. The envelope liner is going to fit inside, so what you're going to need to do is trim this down right here where the cut in starts. And this will give you some extra pieces that you can use for using on other projects, like the tags that we're going to use here. So there's one side, and I like to put the straight side here up against the edge of my cutter so that I know I'm getting a straight line down the sides. And then this is going to tuck right down there. You can see it's a little bit too long, so I'm going to cut off about an inch or a little more than an inch maybe from the very bottom. And I love how the cutter has a measuring ruler right here, so I can say, oh, I'm going to do 1 1/8 inches, and go ahead and trim that off. And then we can use this piece for one of our next parts, and this fits right down inside. You can, if you want to save more of your envelope liner, you could even cut it shorter because it really doesn't show except for at the top, and you could put in just the piece that shows. So that's kind of up to you, but I'm going to go ahead and put that all in there so you see the red as you open it up and look inside. So again, burnish to kind of get that all stuck down. Now we need some banners for our tag. So I have some pieces here, and I'm going to go ahead and cut this, just cut it off about there, and make a banner end. And then I'll make another one here from our piece. And these polka dots make it easy to cut straight lines, or straight-ish lines, I guess, because they're right on there. So, alright, so I have these set, and I'm going to go ahead with this. And you know, I would, instead of using snail here, I like to use the green lid glue because it's really nice and sticky, and then you know you'll get a nice bond and your tags won't fall off the front of your cute little tag package. Your flags won't fall off, rather. So I'm going to set those there. And then I have a little piece of the striped paper here. There it is. And I'm going to use this one too, so I'll cut some banner ends for that and go ahead and stick this baby down. And this one's going to go just off to the side here. And then last thing here, I need one of those red buttons. So I'm going to grab one here from the Merry Christmas kit and put some adhesive on the back of it. And again, the two-way glue works great. It will definitely hold the button. It doesn't grab it right away the way like a glue dot or something would, so just set it on there and then just leave it to dry because it'll take a couple seconds to really snag on. So our next thing is to make our tags, and so here is one of my first ones, and I'm going to use my Two Kind stamp set, which is one of my favorites, and I'm going to do my stamping off technique. So I'm going to ink this up in real red and stamp off, and then go ahead, oh, this is our background, or our foreground. So I take this one and stamp off, and go ahead and stamp that on there. And again, I always can't wait to stamp the flower, so I always do the flowers too fast, and then I have to go back and add the stems. Really, it's easiest if you just add the stems first, and then you're not working so hard to get everything else put on there. Okay, so there's our stems, and that leaves me one little spot there. And for our small images, instead of using Real Red, I'm going to go ahead and use Pool Party. Since it's close, I have my marker right here. I'm going to go ahead and ink up my stamp here in Pool Party and stamp on my paper. And there we have our Pool Party. Oh, it looks like my stamps were just a little bit red. Sometimes your marker will pick up that color, so you might need to clean that off just a little bit. And then I'm going to take my Pool Party marker and ink up the smaller stamp again and just put that second step right on there. And then I need my Real Red so that I can stamp my accent piece on top of this flower. Alright, so there we have our flowers are stamped. And the next thing we need to do is add the little flag tag that goes along with these. So I'm going to need my paper cutter one more time. Getting a good workout from it today. And one of these strips I'm going to go ahead and cut into a piece that's about 4 inches wide by half of it. So it looks like that's about 1 1/4. And trim that. Alright, and then I'm going to just use one of them right now. I'm going to go ahead and cut some banner ends. Or ribbon ends, whatever you want to call them. And then I'm going to make a Z fold because I want this to have some extra dimension. So I'm going to fold this part here up. Okay. And then I'm going to fold this part here back on it. See how that works? So I fold up and then I fold the whole thing back with a Z in it. Okay. And then this is going to attach right here to our card, and I'm going to put this main portion here down with snail right up there to the edge, and then this part I'm going to attach with sticky strips so that it has sort of a nice little lift to it. We'll put the poppy-uppy thing, Stampin' Dimensional right there. So now we have our tag here, and the last thing I'm going to do from the stamping point of view here is grab one of these little tags and my You're Too Kind. I'll go ahead and ink this up and stamp it here. Okay, now I got a little bit off. It's okay, but not great. So what I'd say is if you're having trouble lining up on a pre-punched image, go ahead and turn it up and stamp upside down. And then you can press it down with a block or something like that so that you can get an image that is a little bit closer to what you expect to be seeing. Alright. And then I'm going to take my poppy-uppy thing, stick it down, and last thing we are ready for is the string. So you can grab a piece of string from your kit here, and then you're going to use the Coastal Cabana ruffled trim, and you can go ahead and actually cut this into thirds because you're making 3 tags, and so you can use a third for each tag. And I'm going to grab my hole punch and go ahead and put a hole towards the top of my tag. And what I like to do with this one is instead of tying the Coastal Cabana through, I'm going to stick the halfway point of my baker's twine through here and then make a loop here. And before I cinch this down, I'm going to go ahead and thread my, after I cinch it down, apparently, I'm going to go ahead and thread my Coastal Cabana ribbon right through here so that it gives us a fun little accent. And if you're having trouble getting it to stay in place, just go ahead and give it a quick one-time tie, and then you have that there at the top of your gift tag. So you can make a set of 3 of these, or you can make more using the supplies from your Christmas card kit. And then you have a fun little pouch and some tags to go ahead and put your to use with your pouch to make a cute little gift, or just something to have handy for when you need presents. So if you have a wrapping paper that you love to use, you could make some up to match your favorite wrapping paper. All kinds of fun things you can do with this idea. So the tag bags and the Merry Little Christmas kit. Not Christmas.